All right, so one of the first exercises that I want to start off with is the face pull. And I'm a huge fan of exercises that work on your rotator cuff because I'm an obstacle athlete. And as someone who is turning 50 this week, I've learned that it is super important to keep your shoulders healthy and mobile. And so face pulls are one of many exercises that I have learned. Again, as an athlete, I've had many injuries to my shoulder, gone through physical therapy, and learned a lot of these exercise rehabs for the shoulder. So let me demonstrate how to do the face pull. I prefer to do this with a cable machine, but I don't have that here at this gym. So I like to take the band and hold it in this position so my hands can be neutral and take a nice firm grasp on it. Make sure the band is nice and even. And my goal here is to pull my hands past my ear. So maintain good posture, pull the hands back so the hands are leading the way along with the elbows coming back. And if you look at me from a posterior view, you'll be able to see my shoulder blades squeezing together. If you notice my feet have a staggered stance, that gives me some leverage against the resistance so that my body doesn't get pulled forward and back. I can brace that because I'm engaging my entire core, and as the weight gets a little bit more, it wants to pull me forward, so I can use my feet to prevent that band from pulling me forward. So the loop band here, another one of my favorites for rotator cuff. There's a series of exercises I'm going to demonstrate for you here. Most of these are to help with postural issues, which a lot of people have, where they're just too internally rotated from daily habits of sitting on a computer, driving, just general sitting. We tend to get internally rotated. So it's important to have awareness of your posture so that you can correct it throughout the day, because people will tend to slump as they get fatigued as the day goes on. It's also important to work on mobility. We'll demonstrate some of that later. But the third step in this process of correcting your posture is actually strengthening your rotator cuff and your postural muscles that help to hold you in this type of position. So the first one with the loop band, we take the position of palms up, elbows at our sides. Take a nice firm grip on the band. If you want to increase the resistance, shorten the distance between your hands. If you want to lessen it, increase that distance between your hands. And then pull that band apart until it touches your belly. Not everyone has this range of motion to go out here. You can work towards that over time or just do the best you can. So that is one version of shoulder external rotation. Here's another. We step on the band and we bring our elbow up to approximately shoulder height. We want to have our elbow at approximately a 90-degree bend, and we rotate up. Slow and controlled in both directions. And you're looking for 10 to 15 reps. Light to moderate resistance. You should not be straining with any of these exercises. We're just trying to get blood flow into the muscles and give them a light amount of training. If we try and go really heavy with this load, you're more than likely to injure yourself. So use that exercise on both shoulders. If you have an injury already, you want to use these exercises with caution. Pay attention to the warning signs your body may give you. If you feel clicks, pops, or some sort of discomfort, an impingement where the shoulder does not want to move, probably going to want to check with your physical therapist or doctor to see if you should be doing it. There's definitely one of these exercises that will help you, but you don't want to try adding all of these at once to your routine. Here is another one. We're going pull aparts. Underhand grip again, because underhand grip gets us into an externally rotated position with our posture, and we're pulling it to our chest. If you wanted to increase the resistance with a loop band, you can double up as well as shorten that distance between your hands. We want to make sure that we're not going with such a high resistance that causes us to shrug as we're doing that. So we want to depress those shoulders. And so that is your third exercise in this rotator cuff series with the loop band. All right, so the front fly, we want to use a relatively light weight that you can achieve 10 to 15 reps without feeling like you're straining or losing your form. So the front fly starts in a neutral hand position, and as we raise up, we're externally rotating, bringing the dumbbells to approximately shoulder height. Notice how my elbows have a slight bend in them as I come up. That is okay. You do not need to keep your elbows locked out here. This exercise, if you're using a heavier than desired weight, you're going to start accessing the anterior deltoids instead of the supraspinatus. The idea here is to strengthen the supraspinatus to increase the strength of external rotation without working the load on the anterior deltoids.